This is the GoStream M2 Dual HDMI switcher. And I'm going to be showing you every feature of this device in this video, why this might be the only dual HDMI switcher you need. Also at the end, I'm going to be talking about some deal breakers that I have with this switcher. So let's go into it. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be looking at this GoStream M2. This switcher no doubt is an amazing one, and I'm going to be talking to you why I like it and why it could be a deal breaker for me. Everything you're seeing on the screen right now is being mixed with this switcher. I have connected them already, as you can see. Everything came in this amazing bag. Look at it, which of course came in this box. You can see it. Now, don't be deceived, because you might actually see that there is a 4K written here. That's fine. I'm going to explain that in a minute. On opening the box, you are going to see two manuals. You are going to see the switcher itself, which is this, and you're going to see one HDMI, short HDMI cord, and of course, you're going to see one Type-C cord, which is this particular one. This is a USB cord. It has Type-C dongle attached to it at the end, but it's also direct USB Type-A. Talking about this manual, you just have two things. One is your quick guide to guide you on things to do. They'll show you how you can bring it into your OBS and other things. Another important one is this one, which also serves as their contact card. It has the user manual, so you can scan this code and be able, you can see it here. So this code, you can scan it here and be able to get the user manual on your phone or your laptop. Then this is for the firmware updates. You can see this for the firmware updates. So these are the things that came in this box. I'm going to put it aside and we'll talk about the switcher itself. It is a dual HDMI switcher, and I must tell you, this is an amazing switcher. Like, I'm not trying to hype it, but look at this, how small it is. Look at the form factor. I'm going to be showing you why I like this and why this could be everything you need for your live production. That is if you're into camera live production, right? This is it. It comes with two camera input, full HDMI input, and one HDMI output, plus a Type-C output. This Type-C goes into your laptop, to connect it into your streaming apps, right? While this one goes into your monitor to monitor what you are doing. For me, you can see here now, I have mine here. So this is what I'm using to monitor what I'm doing. Just to be clear, this thing doesn't have multi-view, right? Where you have the two cameras and you want to preview and do that. For now, I have not seen it. So once you press any of these buttons, it switches immediately. I have my camera one here, which is this particular one you're seeing, and then this guy here is my camera two. Just by looking at this switcher, you can see how small it is. This could be the size of your credit card or your debit card. It's almost that size, just a bit bigger than it. And the other amazing thing about it is the fact that it has microphone input and line input for your audio mixer. You can have it here, and also you can plug your earpiece here to monitor your sound. Like, this is like your video switcher and your audio interface at the same time. Come on, what else do you need? If you are able to plug your mic here and your line input here and then be monitoring your audio while your videos are here and then you're streaming, that means this alone could be all that you need to stream. Once you plug this USB Type-C into your PC, immediately it comes on. This is a game changer, I must tell you. Now let's talk about these buttons and what they are. So you have your red, because I am on this red, right? This is active. Now, if I press this one, you can see it. Let me show you from this main camera. Now, you can see that cam 1 is red, right? Because I am on cam 1 right now. Now, if you press this button here now, let me show you from this. If I press this button, it will switch between the cam 1 and the cam 2. So that is all that it does. On your left hand side, which might be on your right hand on the screen, you are going to see two buttons. These two buttons on your left hand side. One is divided vertically and the other one is horizontally. Now, just by looking at it, you will be thinking, oh, the camera 1 will be on your left hand side, while the 2 will be on the other side, on my right hand side. But come on, that is not how it is. The same thing applies to this. Maybe you'll be thinking, oh, cam 1 will be on top and cam 2 will be below. It took me a little time to be able to figure this all out, so let me share it with you. The camera that is quite active at the point, which as you can see here now, it is cam 2, right? If I press this button, it will place the cam 2 on, it will place the cam 2 on the right hand of the screen. So you can see that the cam 2 is on the right hand of the screen. Now, if I'm active on cam 1, as you can see, it's active, that's why it's showing red, and press this button, let me press it. Now you can see that cam 2 is now on. Sorry, the thing is still confusing me. Now, cam 2 is now on the left hand of the screen. Oh, cam 2 is now on my left hand, which could be your right hand, right? The same thing is applicable to the top button, which divides horizontally. You can see that the cam 1 is up while the cam 2 is down. Now, this, you will say, why is he putting me at the center? Well, that's how it is being programmed right now. You can actually expand it to fill up your screen, which I'm going to do right now by pressing this button. So these two buttons right here at this other extreme, these two buttons are for zooming in and zooming out. So I'm going to zoom. You can see that I've zoomed in, but the thing is that it's cutting off my head. It's cropping this thing to zoom in. It would have been nice if there is any way that this guy can see the parts of the screen that is very, very well needed, and then, you know, bring it to the center. Same with this one, right? I don't know if there's a way you can set it before streaming, but right now there is no way that I know you can. So yeah, this one, use it to zoom back in to where it was in the beginning. So that is how these two buttons and these two buttons, you can navigate them. I actually prefer this vertical house because most times, like what I'm doing right now, you can see that, you can see it on the screen. The screen is divided into two. Now, if I go into the horizontal house, what I can do here is maybe put a background in post-production on this other side of the screen, but it's not necessarily how I would like it. So now let's go back to the single input. Let me show you from this particular one, the four other buttons in between. What it does is it will put this camera that you are not on. For instance, I'm currently on cam 2, which you're seeing on your screen, which is this one. I'm currently active on this camera. So now what it will do if I press this button is it will put the other camera, which you can see here now, on the top left corner on my screen. This is the left corner, you can see. And if I press it here now, if you move it to the top right corner, the same thing is applicable here, but this one goes to the top, to the down left corner, and this one goes to the down right corner. I can reduce this some more if it's distracting, or increase it more by using these two buttons. So I can actually press this button and say increase it. You can see I can decrease it. Can you see? This is the least it can go. You can see my picture is actually very tiny by the corner. Like this cam A now is actually very tiny by the corner. The same thing is applicable to these ones. So you can increase them and, you know, bring them down as much as you can. I think I prefer it the way they are, and I love them the way they are. Now, if I press this button on this screen, you're seeing the way it is. If I press this button, what it will do is it will swap this the position of this camera. So this one now will go to the corner, will go to the top corner now, while this particular one will be in the full screen. This is it. So you can see it. Just a way to spice up your live streaming, yeah, and help you connect your two cameras instead of looking for a way to record and then do post-production. This can be a way to stream live, especially for those who are into explanatory videos. This could be a way to do that. I like it because it is simple. It is two camera inputs, and you connect it directly to your laptop without needing a power input. And then also you can connect your sound directly to it. I actually love the fact that you can add sound to this. Now on the downside, I would have preferred to have a multi-view, or say if this output is the one taking care of our multi-view and our program monitor, we should be able to at least select which one we want to see. Do we want it to be the program or the multi-view? I would prefer seeing what my other camera is showing, right, before putting it out. As live streamers, we always want to make sure that what you're going to put out there is in order before you call the shot. So I would have preferred to have a monitor output or a dedicated port that outputs to the monitor. Another downside is that though this takes in 4K camera, right, but it outputs 1080p. That is my findings up to this time of shooting, right? If you have any information that it outputs 4K, kindly let me know. So that is why it is written 4K 60 Hz. That is one of the downsides to me here. So I've talked about the monitor screen. I would have loved to have a monitor output and also a 4K output. Yeah, you say most of the big live streaming switchers like the Rodecaster Video out there, they don't even output 4K. But come on, this is 4K is like the 1080p, of those days. So let's have these devices come in 4K so that we can use them for a very long time. But even at that, I don't think it's a factor that we should worry ourselves over. I believe so much that with this form factor, it should be able to work very well. Yeah, this is it. It's that amazing. So come on, try your hand on it and let us know in the comments what you think. If you have any question that you want me to explore on these things while I'm still testing it out, please do let me know. But right now, this thing that I'm saying is really, really, really amazing. Yeah, if you ask me who need it, live streamers, though they are not doing heavy live streaming, right? Those that need 2-camera switcher, HDMI switcher, this is it. So yeah, you have it. Thank you so much for watching.